Hey Jalen, so looking at the metrics the other day, and it seems like you guys have had a tough time with run blocking lately. What have been some of the things that you guys have been working on to improve that? Obviously, the line short of you guys because of injury, but how have you guys been working to improve that?
Yeah, what we've been working on is, just working through what we were missing, like execution wise. We picked up personnel, like we've been picking up, the right people this time, going over our corrections and redoing that to really make sure we know what to do moving forward, going from now. And that's really what we're doing. We're moving forward from all that, and we're looking forward to improving on the things we messed up on.
We'll go to Luke Cheney of All Hurricanes. Luke.
Hey, Jalen. So Coach Cristobal really complimented Virginia's pass rush this morning. Just what have you seen from that UVA pass rush from your time watching film?
Yeah, so they are really good in watching the D-line. They're really, good. They do mismatch personnel, all that type of stuff to really confuse, and they really bring a bunch of games for us. And that's a lot of the teams, they bring games to confuse the line. So we just got to make sure watching the film, we making sure we're making our right calls, listening to the play, we're listening to, everything, the call that the center and the QB might make, and we're adjusting well to that.
Go to Matt Shodell from Kane Sport. Matt.
Hey, Jalen. I was hoping you could weigh in on your perspective on what the overall, not you, but the overall line has maybe done best at this season, and also what it's struggled with most so far this season.
I feel like with all the injuries, we've done a good job handling next man up. So, with Justice, and many other people out from right now, next people up, they're adjusting real well. And it's, making sure we bring them up. And it's good leadership throughout the whole line, bringing the people up that might have to replace these guys. So that's what we've been doing good. And we've been doing good at adjusting to our corrections and moving forward and communicating well. Really the one biggest thing that we need to work on is execution overall, picking up games, picking up, just basic run blocking to get the running game going. So that's one thing we have to keep going and keep working at.
Go to Susan Miller-Degnan of the Miami Herald. Susan.
Hi, Jalen. I'm sure that Jake Garcia is going to play at one point this game. If he should start, if he shouldn't start, whatever, what's he like in the huddle? And how do you, as more of a veteran maybe, or I don't know, you guys help keep him calm? Like, what's he like, and what's your job with him?
We don't know who's playing right now, but we're practicing as if, whoever is playing is ready. So with, Jake specifically, we're making sure he is knowing what he's, if he's struggling anything, we're here as an O-line to help him. Hey, we're going out to this, communicating with him because he hasn't played a lot of the games and he hasn't started or anything like that. So we're making sure he is comfortable with us and we're communicating well with him. So as a veteran myself, or, with Scaife and everybody on the O-line, we're just communicating, hey, if you need some help, we're watching film this evening, you can come and watch. We can walk through blitzes and all that stuff. So we're just, making sure he's comfortable, and we're here if he needs to.
And Jalen, how much harder is it on the road? Okay, for you, for him, for a quarterback, a young one especially.
I mean, it's always tough on the road. You're not at your home stadium; you're at somebody else's hostile environment. So that might get in some people's heads. We try, to not let it get in our heads because we practice with loud music if need be. And, we get prepared for that. So when we're traveling, it is harder, but we practice as if it's not going to be hard.
Thank you.
Go to Marcus Benjamin of Keynes County. Marcus.
Jalen, if you could just talk about some of the miscommunications that happened in the last game, and just a little bit about how Jonathan Dennis has been kind of progressing, and how just how important Ja'Kai Clark is to this team when it comes to communicating on the offensive line.
So, last game, it was miscommunication overall, not just, on the center or whoever. It was just, we got a look that, that was, we weren't not prepared, but we were confused at, and it was like we were doing tempo at the time. So, when we get that look, we have to make the call right away. So we don't have the time to sit and, we got to do this. No, we got to make the perfect call. We can't make the perfect call. We got to make the call perfect. So we try to, pick up, blitz and, things didn't work out well. We learn from that and we move forward. But communication as a center overall is critical for the O-line and the QB and the offense in general. So we just got to be on the same page, and they're both critical people in our program. And we need them as leaders, and they're great leaders, and we enjoy them at center.
And John,
question. Go ahead.
And just Jonathan Dennis, what you can say about his development overall so far.
You know, when Jahfari was out, I forgot what game, he stepped up and made real good improvement. He knew the offense. We trusted him as soon as he needed to step up. We listened to him. So he has done a great job, you know, at that level. And, you know, I'm sorry he got hurt at that game. I mean, hopefully he's getting better and everything. But I mean, Jahfari's stepping up and he's doing real well as well. But like JD, he's a great person, great player, and he stepped up when we needed it.
Hey, Jahfari, just looking at the Virginia offense, what have you seen from them, especially from their quarterback, Brennan Armstrong? You know, he's able to run the ball a good amount. Like, what have you seen from them?
Yeah, the quarterback, he can run pretty well, use his legs in difficult situations. So we got to do a good job containing quarterback. And they got some good receivers, you know, that could go up and get the ball. You know, good team. It's a challenge for to go out there and in enemy territory and we'll get the job done.
Hi, Jahfari. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. Do you guys, as a defense, do you feel more responsibility, even more this game with Tyler possibly, you know, not playing, and you have a young quarterback then possibly starting? I mean, you know, how much does that put more pressure on you, or how important is it that you guys come through?
You got to go in there, play our game. Well, I mean, you got to have the best game you can have, you know, every week got to be the best game. So he's going there with the same mindset, going in there, just trying to shut everything down, you know.
Go back to Adam Lichtenstein.
Hey again. So I know we've asked you kind of this at different points during the year, but playing next to guys like Darryl Jackson, Leonard Taylor, those two young guys, what's it been like for you kind of watching them grow and develop as players? They're obviously having pretty good seasons.
Yeah, those guys are getting better and better every week. You know, just learning more every week. Just like, you know, the rest of the guys in the line, getting better and better. You know, learning more football. You know, just different techniques, different things that we've seen before that they can use for future games. So it's good watching them get better every day in here in you know, in the facility, and then go out there and use it on Saturdays.
Go to Luke Cheney from All Hurricanes. Luke.
Hey, Jahfari. So I'm just wondering, what has the defense done to kind of shore up the run defense? I know you guys allowed some chunk runs against Duke last weekend.
It's just tightening up fits and just making sure everybody fits properly, so there's no, you know, creases guys can, you know, jump out of. So we're just practicing everybody's knowing the right fit and you know, closing up them tiny gaps that those guys could slip through with the emphasis this week.
Do guys ever think about redshirting anymore? I know you played in like 7 games or whatever your first year, and most guys don't seem to redshirt anymore. But is it something that the young people think is valuable, or with so many guys leaving early, there's no way they want that?
I mean, as far as here, a lot of guys are not redshirting. I haven't heard anybody talking about redshirting. I mean, other programs might, but you know, as far as the Miami Hurricanes, I haven't heard of anybody personally thinking about or talking about, you know, redshirting. So
that's something kind of in the past, huh? You know, because they used to do it a lot more.
Yeah, it's something kind of in the past, but you know, you have like the transfer portal thing and all this stuff that's going on, so people hopping that quick, and you know, yeah, it's not a lot of redshirting. It's not that you mention it, now that I really think about it, because you know, the transfer portal thing, so people just jumping that and you know, go somewhere. So,
and the other thing is, talk a little bit about Brennan Armstrong and what you're going to face at Virginia.
He's a talented quarterback. You know, he's left-handed. You know, we just got to be where we need to be on in the assignments that Coach Steele calls that he gives us, and because he can hurt us with his arm. So we need to be where we need to be.
Go to Matt Shodell of Cane Sport. Matt.
Yeah. Hey, Corey. So, you know, obviously Virginia hasn't really put it all together on offense. You know, they're averaging like 17 points. But have you seen some signs from them, just even watching this last game, because they're in a new offensive system over there? Have you seen some signs of them being maybe better than what their stats show?
Yeah, they're a really good team, man. It just haven't clicked yet, and sometimes that happens. But we can't take that for granted, and we can't come out slow. We got to play them just like we play anybody else. They're a talented team and they have talented guys. We just have to be do our job and know our job and be where we're supposed to be, and we should be fine.
Go to Luke Cheney from All Hurricanes. Luke.
Hey, Corey. So, speaking about Brennan Armstrong, another guy who could make plays with his legs, I'm just wondering what the focus has been like in practice this week on quarterback containment.
Yeah, man. Now that you mentioned that your quarterback containment has been kind of not killing us, but we get so much pressure on the D line. We flushing them out, and me and James or me and K4 was ever there in that backer, we're kind of deep in depth in our zones. So that's one thing that we've been working on this week is containing the quarterback, and Jahfari Brown does a heck of a job giving us a look when he gives us a look at scout team sometimes. But yeah, man, that's the thing that we've been we've been working on. That's a good question, man. We've been working on that a lot this week.
And then I also got to ask, we spoke to Wesley earlier this week. Where have you seen the most growth within his game throughout this season?
Yeah, Wesley has been doing really good on understanding his job, and not only his job, but the others around him. So he knows where his help is as far as the safety and the other linebacker. So he's understanding the defense. And I come on every time and somebody asks me about Wesley, and it's crazy, man, because I can really see now. I sit back and look at it, his game has been going to the next level every week, and I'm not surprised at all because his work ethic is really good. And he's doing a heck of a job, man.
Go to Frank Tucker of Keynes County. Frank.
Hey, Corey. Can you tell us a little bit about the development of James Williams at linebacker? Obviously, he came to Miami as a safety, but we've seen him get closer and closer to the box and make some plays in the box as well.
James is a versatile, gifted kid, man. We can use him anywhere. We can have James rush, we can have James play safety, and we can have James play linebacker. And Coach Steele, that's why Coach Steele loves James so much, man, because he's like a Swiss Army knife, man. He does everything for us. And that's just the talent that God gifted him with. But his primary position is safety. Don't get me wrong. That's his position. He's a safety. But he's so versatile. He's such a great player. He can come down into the box, or he can come off the edge, or he can drop back in coverage. He's not leaning on towards over linebacker more or towards safety more. Safety is his position. He's a safety. It's just when that third down package is in, which is Dom Rabbits, that's when he'd come in as a linebacker. So we can have more DBs, on the field. So we can have, because it's third down, so we want more DBs on the field to cover. So that's when James drops down to the box.
All right, we got one final hand up, so we'll wrap it up with Luke Cheney.
Hey, again, so, your role is mostly to, play in the box, play up gaps, but I'm just curious, how have you seen your comfort level just improve dropping back in coverage and, playing the pass game?
To play linebacker, you have to feel a run, you have to play run and pass. The way Coach Strong, Coach Steele have been coaching us up, it's been really easy to learn and to adjust to. I feel like we're doing a pretty good job at it. We can always get better. It's always room for improvement. But yeah, man, it's a fun thing to do once you understand your job and your assignment, and it's a real easy thing to do. So we've been doing a really good job at that in the linebacker room.